Today's edition of Joe's Movie Lounge is sponsored by the St. Louis Science Center.
Hi everybody, it's Joe Williams and welcome to my underground lair where I am plotting to take over the world by making it rain for 40 days and 40 nights. Speaking of evil, Minions. That's the new prequel spin-off of the Despicable Me cartoon series that's opening in theaters Friday. The Minions movie charts the growth of the Minion species, going all the way back to prehistoric times when those little goggle-eyed, yellow, peanut-shaped critters lived with the dinosaurs. We follow them throughout history where they serve various evil masters, and the timeline takes us up to 1968 when they're looking for a new evil master to serve, or in this case, a mistress to serve, because their trip takes them eventually to London where they meet a woman named Scarlet Overkill, voiced by Sandra Bullock, and her husband Herb, voiced by John Hamm, our town's John Hamm, and they are plotting to steal the crown jewels. That's not real evil. There's not a whole lot of real evil in this movie. It's a kiddie movie, and it really comes down to kids want to hear those chattering little peanuts talking in their strange language, which is a mashup of Spanish and Esperanto and Elvish and nonsense. For grown-ups, you will feel like you are trapped in an underground lair with no means of escape, but you knew what you were asking for when you had kids in the first place, didn't you? Here's a movie I do highly recommend. It's called Gemma Bovary. The title character, Gemma Bovary, is played by Gemma Arterton, and she is a young woman who moves with her husband Charlie from London to the northwest coast of France, where the local baker, played by Fabrice Lucchini, immediately recognizes that Gemma Bovary has a name awfully like Emma Bovary, the heroine of the great French novel Madame Bovary, which was written by Gustave Flaubert in that very town. Well, of course, the baker, who's a middle-aged man, falls in love with this beautiful new redhead. She likes him, but she's got her eyes on the hot young guys in town, including a French law student and a British interior designer. It's a funny meta movie in that her life does in fact mirror the great novel, the novel about bourgeois banality and infidelity. Interestingly, Gemma Arterton also did a similar movie called Tamara Drew, based on a Thomas Hardy novel, and both of those movies were based on graphic novels by a woman named Posey Simmons. So Gemma Arterton and Posey Simmons got this kind of game going on now where they're going to deconstruct some of the classics of literature and have Gemma Arterton star in them. This one is kind of sweet and melancholy, especially because of Lucchini, who really pines for this woman, and he also pines for literature, and the woman is not really cognizant of what she represents. Another movie about a woman who doesn't quite understand what she represents is this new documentary about Amy Winehouse. It's called Amy. It's from the director of this movie called Senna, a terrific movie about a race car driver from a few years ago. This documentary, if you don't know much about Amy Winehouse, it's a good tutorial. Of course, she died a few years ago at age 27, as all rock stars do. The poor thing, she spiraled downward pretty quickly, no thanks to a bad boyfriend who kind of coattailed on her and got her into drugs, and he wasn't a talented fellow like Amy was. Amy's not real thoughtful or like a voice of a generation, but she is quite a voice, quite a jazz singer, and the movie helpfully subtitles her singing so you can see how she's deconstructing the lyrics. It's a sad story to watch, but it's a good documentary. So those are your choices for this week. I hope you'll go out to the movies, and until next time, put a little love in your heart and don't forget to pay the rent. Bye.